Hello Patriots Colony and welcome to Tai Chi and Qigong with me. I'm Stan Rockwell. We've been studying the Sun style for a few weeks now and we've gotten through the whole thing, so we'll just go through the whole thing as we do our warm-up, and we'll add some Qigong movements to it as well. I want to start off getting our posture, our balance, and our breathing. Feet about shoulder width apart, as parallel as you can get them. Remember 70% rule, 70% of whatever you're capable of at this moment. Always some softness in the joints, never fully compress or fully extend. Knees always lined up with the toes. And stay in your comfort zone. You should be able to smile when you do this stuff. And if you can't, you back off till you can. Have yourself equally balanced, front, back, left, right, so just pay attention to how the bottoms of your feet feel. If there's more weight one side than the other. I always often think of a snow globe and try to get all the snow in the globe to be evenly balanced or evenly distributed across the bottom. There's a couple of visualizations you can do with that, both with your mind and your body. One is like the ripples in a pond slowly becoming still so you can see the reflections of the trees in the sky and the water in complete stillness, and then everything settling down in the water so the bottom is perfectly level. So you're calm, centered, balanced. Root yourself down into the earth to get your feet fully secure. You can use the bubbling wells for an energetic connection. So you're nice and grounded. You ground yourself upwards. You use the waist spot, the crown. Pulls you straight up, makes you taller, stretches your spine, stacks your vertebrae on top of each other. Tops of your hips parallel to the floor, tailbone drops, hips move back a little bit. Flatten your stomach, flattens your lower back. Again, if that doesn't feel comfortable, just relax and whatever feels best for you. Tops of the shoulders, relax down the center line. When you do a body scan during the day, especially pay attention to where your shoulders are. Sometimes when we're stressed, they're up here around our ears. If we're feeling sad, they're slouched forward. If we've been trained to be at attention or to walk with your shoulders back, that's not really relaxed. Just let them relax down the center. And like your shoulder blades are going to flow down your back. As that line lifts you upwards, it lifts the back of your head, tuck your chin in a little bit. Maybe even move your head back a little bit so your head's nice and balanced on your shoulders. And just pay attention to how you feel. If you feel totally centered. And again, how the weight's distributed on the bottoms of your feet, and if your head feels nice and balanced on your shoulders. So it's taking less effort to stay upright. Always going to be some bend in your knees. And just focus on your breathing. Inhale through your nose down to your diaphragm. Touch the tip of your tongue to the roof of your mouth behind your front teeth. Keep your breathing in your comfort zone. You don't have to try to inhale as deeply as you can. You are pulling the diaphragm down on the inhale, pulling the pelvic floor up on the inhale. Also pulling the perineum up on the exhale, a bit like you're doing a Kegel. Breathe in and out through your nose as best you can. If you want to breathe out through your mouth, you can do that. Just release the tongue. And on the exhale, just sigh. With that sound, let whatever tension, whatever tightness is inside, just flow out and away from you just dissipates. It goes away. Just breathe at your own pace, making the exhale last just a bit longer than the inhale. And if you feel any tightness anywhere, around your forehead, your eyes, your ears, your jaw, your mouth, just breathe into it and let it soften. In your neck, your shoulders, down your arms and your wrists and hands and fingers, any tightness anywhere, just let it soften and relax. Your chest, your stomach, your back. Stay everything softened, but stay relaxed and ready. Down your hips, your legs, your ankles, your feet, your toes. Let everything soften. But stay toned, so you're relaxed but ready. And just follow me. Arms float up with your palms facing about shoulder high. Turn your hands, palms facing towards you as you press in. You drop your elbows, you press your head back a little bit to feel some movement in your neck. Turn your hands. You press out, but again, keep softness in your elbows. So you feel those arms extend outwards, but you don't lock any joints. As the hands come down, you tuck your chin just a bit. Feel some more stretch in your neck. It's an inhale up and an exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Back to the center. Arms come up. One hand drops down, palm faces towards the floor. Other arm folds over, palm lines up with your forehead, or Lagong point lines up with the third eye or the upper dantian. Shoulders nice and relaxed. Keeping your palm and your forehead lined up, moving only your arm and your head, but get some movement in your neck. You turn to that side, you come back to the center. Then we do the same thing on the other side as you exhale and inhale. We'll do two more on each side. Just let your hands come back by your sides, shoulders nice and relaxed. Another one for your neck. Turn your head to one side. 70% of your range of motion. Drop your chin. Just let it roll across the bottom. Don't press it down. Back up to that center line and you go straight across. It's an exhale. And an inhale. One more. And then just reverse. And then it's shoulder rolls to the front. But remember, if you have rotator cuff issues, you can rotate your hands so the palms are facing behind you. Make the rotations with your elbows, but we'll just begin. And then reverse. Shoulders go towards the back. And next one involves your shoulders, chest, upper back, arms come up. Hands point towards the ceiling, fingers point towards the ceiling. Elbows are at right angles. As best you can, you bring your forearms and your palms together. If that causes you problems, just let your elbows relax outwards. But arms come out, opening the chest, and then come back to the center, opening the upper back. It's an inhale and an exhale. Arms are back parallel. Just let your hands extend forwards, as for the elbows. But again, keep that softness in your elbows and let your arms just expand outwards. All the joints expand. Inhale as your hands come back. Exhale when they go out. And when your fingers are pointed up, just pause and let your hands rock towards and away from you. And towards and away from each other. Circles in one direction. And then in the other direction. Bring your hands together like you're holding hands, and then just again rotate your hands first one way and then the other way. You might find one direction easier than the other for various reasons. And you just hold the ball and you just kind of rotate your hands around. If you have a ball maybe the size of a volleyball or a soccer ball, you can get one of those very small weight balls they have in the gym. You want to keep your palms facing though. And then just kind of shake your hands out. Bring them at your waist so your fingertips are facing on the inhale. Just let all the joints in your hands, your fingers, your palms, your wrists expand outwards. On the exhale, they just relax back. So it's an inhale, an exhale, inhale, expand, exhale, let them contract back. 2 more. Fists at your hips. You reach out to punch. As you do, you rotate the arm, open the hand, let all the joints expand outwards, curl your fingers back in and pull back. It's an exhale and an inhale. And then for your back. And been meaning for a few weeks to send my condolences to folks. I saw that Gerda, who used to teach Tai Chi at Patriots colony, died. I got to meet her several months ago. Very nice to finally get to see someone I'd heard so much about. And so condolences to all those who knew her or knew of her. She kept a tradition up out there. This one is for your back. You're holding a ball. Lower hand rotates out, presses up, upper hand presses down. Back to the center. It's an exhale and an inhale. Back to the center. Going to rotate on that center axis, only from the hips up. Got this hand on, whichever hand's on top. Rotate from the hips up until your palms line up with the hip on that side. Then you rotate the hands around. Come back to the other side. Just synchronize your breathing so you're inhaling in one direction and exhaling in the other. Back to the center, hands go out to one side, shift your weight over into that foot, so now that's my foundation. Other foot just reaches out and touches, comes back to the center, staying perpendicular over the weighted foot so you feel the movement in your hip. And it's an exhale and an inhale. Back to the center, palms down. Shift your weight into one foot, hands go back a little bit. Empty foot goes forward, heel touches. Hands come back to center, foot comes back. And if you need to rebalance, you just touch your forefoot down there. Arms go forward, foot goes back, forefoot touches. So this is just for getting some movement in the hips. But you keep your body perpendicular over the weighted foot. Come back to center, have your Feet in that position, that's the very first position that we do in our sun style. And if you've ever taken ballet, you've had that position too. Toes pointing towards the corner, a little space between your heels, fists at your hips. Probably didn't have the fists at your hips in ballet. Shift your weight over, and foot goes forward. You punch with the opposite hand to counterbalance. It's an exhale and an inhale. And then the second one for your knees, you step up, making sure there's some space between your feet. Shift your weight up, keep your knees behind your toes. You punch with the opposite hand. And this one you get a really nice stretch everywhere because you focus on that principle of sum and expanding all the joints. It's an exhale and inhale. Had such a stretch on that, I burped a little bit, so pardon me. There was a Tai Chi master who was once asked what's the purpose of Tai Chi, and he basically, in words different than I'm going to use, said it's to expel gas. So if that happens to you in a class, that's perfectly normal, because all of this stuff is getting you to move around and massage those internal organs and to get stagnant chi out. And stagnant energy comes in many forms. Same thing true with yoga. Shift your weight over into one foot. For the ankles, it's a heel and toe. I had a yoga teacher once who gave the warning that at some point, because of the movements, there might be the expulsion of gas. In every single class she did, and always said excuse me afterwards. So meanwhile, I was in another class and a person did that and she basically shrieked and never came to class again. So don't let those things embarrass you. They're perfectly normal. Since we're doing this online, I'm guessing you're in your own place, so nobody cares. Get yourself nice and centered. Actually, we'll do the little rotation, being very gentle with your hip, knee, and ankle, and then in the other direction. Got one hip that's a little tight today on this side. I'm trying to loosen it up a little bit. And then the other way. And just shift your weight from one side to the other. And then just do the Tai Chi swing. Remember, if you want, you just picture yourself in a place where you feel very safe, calm, secure, serene, maybe with someone, something that you really care about. It can be real or imagined. I was working with a person one time who, whenever he had to make a decision, he asked himself, what would Captain Picard of Star Trek do? You can find guidance in many places. Just come back to the center, and then we're going to do the hips. Back to the center, shift your weight all on the one foot, feel the other foot naturally come up. If you can, you just let it float out there for a little bit. Just stay nice and relaxed and centered over your foundation, which is the foot that's holding all your weight. Other side, if you need to hold on to a chair, put your fingers on the wall or keep your forefoot on the floor, that's okay. Shift your weight over as time your knee comes up. Other side. Heel comes up. You can practice this balance stuff anytime, anywhere. I'll practice it sometimes waiting for the microwave. Or sometimes if I'm in line somewhere, especially a grocery store. So there you got the cart to put your fingers on. Just make sure you're staying distance from the folks in front of you and behind you and wearing your mask. Let's walk a little bit. Shift all your weight into one foot, feel the other foot release. It goes straight up so it comes completely off the ground. So now I'm centered over this foot holding all my weight. As that foot comes down in front, I start to shift the weight and the center goes diagonally across to the other foot. So when this foot is fully connected, the other foot can let go and come up. It's an inhale as the foot comes up and exhale as it comes down. And just shift back. We're not going to go very far. When the weather cools down, this is a really nice one to do outside. Where I was taught mindful walking was in the courtyard behind the Ren building by a visiting Buddhist monk. He suggested we do it barefooted to get more of a connection with the earth. So again, whatever works for you. Let's do our sun style. I'm going to face the other way to get the left and right. If you missed any prior classes, I don't know if Sean can give access to them so you can see them. If not, I've tried to put together a playlist of the Patriots Colony classes on my YouTube channel so you can find them there. There's a link at my website, and there's also this form on the website with a list of the movements. It's just Williamsburg, Taiji.com, or finding Dao, DAO.com. Dao is just Chinese for the way. Nice and relaxed. And begin. Open, close, single whip, wave hands like clouds, open, close, same thing other direction, single whip, wave hands, open, close, first part of the second section, brush knee push to the right, play the lute, step up to parry, and punch. Apparently closing, push the mountain and into the front. Open, close, second part of the second section, brush knee to the left, play the lute, parry, punch. Apparently closing, push the mountain to the front, open, close, first part of the third section, brush knee push to the right, leisurely tie coat, up, back, push, open, close, lateral single whip into lowering movement, fist under elbow, step back, repulse monkey, or brush knee push to the back, and then to the front. Remember, north-south is repulse monkey, east-west is brush knee, same thing. So we do brush knee to the left, leisurely tie coat. Open, close, second part of the third section, brush knee, left side, leisurely tying the coat. Open, close, lateral single whip, lowering movement, fist under elbow, step back, repulse monkey to the back, drop the left heel, raise the right toes, turn on that right heel, you get your hands ready, shift your weight back, left foot comes in for a T-step, and then we go to the front, drop the right heel, lift the left toes, brush knee to the right, leisurely tie coat, up, back, push. You back to the front with your feet back in a V for open and close, and your hands come down. Let's do it one more time. Nice and relaxed. And begin. Open, close. Single whip. Wave hands like clouds. Open and close. Single whip. Wave hands. Open and close, second section. Brush knee. Play the lute. Parry, parry, punch, apparently closing, push the mountain, open, close, brush knee, play the lute, parry, parry, punch, apparently closing, push the mountain, open, close, third section, brush knee, push, lazily tie robes or leisurely tie coat. Open, close, lateral single whip into lowering movement, fist under elbow, step back, repulse the monkey to the back, to the front, brush knee to the left, leisurely tie coat. Open, close, Brush knee to the left. Leisurely tie coat. Open and close. Lateral single whip in the lowering movement. Fist under elbow. Step back to repulse the monkey. To the back. To the front. Brush knee. Leisurely tie coat. One last time. Back to our beginning spot. Open. Close. Just come up on your toes. As you inhale, exhale, let everything go. Inhale and exhale. Just loosen up your legs a little bit. And inhale up, exhale down, balancing everything out. Thanks for joining me. Stay safe, healthy, and well. And remember to practice. And I will see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.